Well then, there you go. It finishes at Old Trafford tonight. Manchester United 3, Newcastle United 2. And quite frankly, I'm going to be openly honest with you guys in this. And you can come at me if you want, but this is just my general opinion, all right? And I'm perfectly entitled to this. We bottled it, all right? We bottled that tonight. I still don't understand the team selection. And I think there's a whole host of reasons we lost that game tonight, all right? Eddie Howe has to take a massive, massive amount of blame because I think he got the team selection completely wrong. He got his tactics completely wrong. But those players also need a kick up the arse because that wasn't the fight that we want to see from a team that is battling to finish in a European place. It just wasn't. You know, we had a good first 5 minutes and we all thought, yeah, we're really up for this game. Brilliant. Fantastic. Let's go at them. But after that 5 minutes, Manchester United, play themselves into the game and we just fold up into our shells like little babbies. And the goal was coming. The goal was coming for Manchester United. And it's just so bad that we're in these big game situations and we really needed to do something here. Avoid defeat and we go and we bottle it. Now, I'm going to start with the team selection because I cannot understand for the life of me why Joe Linton did not start that game. And we said in our match preview last night that we expected Elliot Anderson to come out of the side and Big Joe back in that midfield. He'd had 2 good substitute appearances which would enable him to start the game against Manchester United. We needed Joe Linton in the middle of that field. Because quite frankly, that first half was shambolic. And Elliot Anderson was nowhere to be seen. Sean Longstaff was nowhere to be seen. Yes, Sean made a couple of decent runs. But Bruno is fighting an uphill battle by himself. Every single time he tried to get the ball, he's crowded out and gets no help from anybody else. And it's very, very different when Joe Linton's on that field. I can't understand it. And as I'm recording this, if Eddie Howe comes out and says, well, we thought Elliot Anderson deserved to start the game, it doesn't matter. You need to play your best players in these situations, right? And loads of people coming at me saying, in the chat on the Matchday Live, these players deserve to start, they should be there, or there's players still recovering from injury. Right, what I will say is, when you come to the end of the season, right, and you've got a couple of games left, every single one of your team will be banged up. They will all be carrying knocks and bruises left, right, and centre. It's just about getting over the line now and playing your best players in the last 2 games of the season to get the job done. It was all in our hands. This was all in our hands before we started the Brighton game. But we've bottled it against Brighton and we've bottled it tonight against Manchester United. No way should that Manchester United side have beaten us tonight. That is the worst Man United side I have ever seen in Premier League era. Right? It is the worst one. And they had so many injuries. They've got players out of form. They're all over the place. And quite frankly, the fact that we didn't beat them, we deserve not to finish in Europe. Some of the players, good hard look at themselves tonight. Others did everything they possibly could on that field for Newcastle. Lewis Hall, absolutely incredible performance. Absolutely incredible. But then you have to question, if Livramento was fit tonight, would he have brought Trippier straight back in and put Tino Livramento to left back? I think he would have. And I think it would be Lewis Hall that would have left out the side. Even though Lewis Hall has been one of our best players in every single game for the last God knows how many. But it is so annoying when you're just knocking on the door of Europe and you go to Old Trafford playing against a team whose heads are down, who the cohesion in the team isn't there. They're just not playing good football. They've got a team, Johnny Evans and Casemiro at centre-back. What did we do to pressure them tonight? What did we do to make them have an awkward night? Absolutely nothing. We made Casemiro look like prime bloody Yapstam. And Johnny Evans may as well have been smoking a cigar most of the night. Because our manager came out, Eddie Howe, before the game and said that Alexander Isak was 100% fit. So there is no excuse for his lacklustre performance tonight either. Because, especially in the first half, we got some great balls into that box and Isak's nowhere near. And dare I say it, we missed Wilson because he would have damn well made sure to get on the end of some of them crosses that came in tonight. Absolutely. It's just not good enough. It's not good enough. And you've got to look at each individual player and the manager. And you can come at me and say, oh, what a wonderful job Eddie Howe's done. I am not sitting here saying I want Eddie Howe sacked. But I'm going to say he got it wrong tonight. And he's not beyond criticism, despite what he's done for us in the past. We're in the here and now and not the past. And you can bet your bottom dollar that the owners will be looking at the here and now and not the past as well. Because if we don't get into Europe, we have got a serious problem on our hands. The conversation will be had. And they've only got themselves to blame. They really have. Some of those players have not stepped up to the plate where it really, really counted. Tonight, Brighton, you can look at other games in this season where they've let us all down. We all love Newcastle United. We all love everybody that pulls on the black and white shirt. But they are not beyond criticism. And the criticism should be thrown at mainly the manager tonight because he got the selection wrong. What is Nick Pope not doing in this side? If they come out with the excuse that Nick Pope is not 100% fit, he shouldn't even be on the bench. It should be Karius. If Nick Pope is not ready to play, then don't put him on the bench. It should still be Karius. Dubravka does not fill anyone with any confidence. I'm not saying that he was the reason for the defeat tonight, but you've got to put your best players on that football pitch if you want to achieve anything. And I'm frustrated. I'm frustrated and annoyed tonight. Because a few days ago, I sat here in this very chair and said that Eddie Howe still has my 100% backing. I believe this man will take us forward to win trophies. I still do. But he has got to stop doing this. Stop making these silly mistakes on team selections. He could have made substitutions at half time. He didn't. He's not. Everybody is talking about how we want to see Eddie Howe show a really ruthless side. And this was his chance tonight. It was clear that things weren't working at half time. Bring Joe Linton on at half time. Bring him on. Bring other players on. It doesn't matter. We are challenging for Europe, and you cannot sit there and say, oh, I don't want to be ruthless with these players because I get on really well with them, or I don't want to upset them left, right and centre. You look at other managers in the past or managers now who were successful. They are ruthless. They will make changes when they feel like they have to make changes, not at a certain time in the second half and be reactive to going behind. It doesn't work. You've got to be ahead of the game. And I'm pretty sure had we started with the likes of Joe Linton tonight, we would have won the game. We didn't actually play too badly in the second half. We just couldn't take our chances. And that's what it all boils down to. If you're not clinical enough, the Premier League is ruthless like that. You'll not get anything out the game. But I don't know. Look, I think we've blown it this season for Europe. How I can go into, or any Newcastle United fan can feel confident about going to Brentford and winning, when we've seen two performances like this, when it's really counted to just see it through. You know, beat Brighton, beat Man United, and the job done. But we failed in both games. So, you know, you can come at me, those that are saying, oh, you're not allowed to criticise Eddie Howe. Yes, you are. Of course you can criticise Eddie Howe. It doesn't mean you want him sacked. Just like the players. If the players don't perform, you call the players out for not performing. But you've got 2 games left of the season and you have to put your best side out. You have to. Even with little knocks. Or they're just coming back from injury. They've got 2 games left of the season, man. That's what it boils down to. And that's the failure from tonight for me. Just not good enough. From everybody. From absolutely everybody. Some of the team, however, stood out. I've mentioned a couple of them. We'll go through it all in the actual match review tomorrow night. Don't miss that at 7 o'clock. But in the meantime, guys, thank you very much for watching the video. Put your comments down below. Let me know how you're feeling. And of course, do give it the thumbs up if you've enjoyed the video. Do subscribe if you're new to the channel and you like what you see. And of course, we'll see if there's any news tomorrow to bring you during the day on a video. And we will see you at 7 o'clock for the live show tomorrow night. But in the meantime, enjoy the rest of your night, folks. Take care.